How many times do you see these exact words in your server chat literally 4 hours after a server reset? Server's dead. Go next week. In this video, we're going to take a look at whether your server is actually dead or if it's thriving. I used battle metrics to look at the average population for a server over the past 3 months. I looked at average pop for the first 3 days after Blueprint wipe on 30 of the most popular official Rust servers in February, March, April, and May of 2025. If you're interested in all the raw data and calculations, I'll post a link to this spreadsheet in the description below. But what did we learn from this? Well, the first and most obvious thing is which servers have the highest average population. This is something that a lot of people are already using to figure out which server to join. You open the server tab, you sort by highest population, and then you look at the top 3 or 4 that best suit you. The server populations vary a lot on this list too, with the smallest servers like you see here having 120 people, and the biggest ones having over 400 on average. A difference that I visualized here by spawning people along the river. No surprise in this category, the US and EU main servers have the highest average populations. On top of the list, Restoria EU and US main can't be beat. It's worth noting as well that there are a couple Monday wipe servers that sit pretty high up on the list along with the mains. Behind me is one standard Rust grid, a unit that will come in really handy to keep in mind when we're looking at our next list. The next metric we're going to be looking at is average population density. Here we're taking a look at the average population on each map, scaled for server size that we got from battle metrics as well. I didn't include the area of the ocean in this calculation because I wanted this to be a measure of how many player interactions you can expect to have on a server. Server size difference can actually be much larger than you expect. Even on this list of 30 of the most popular Rust servers, the biggest server is about 6 times as big as the smallest one by area. So a server like Restoria US Small that sat almost at the bottom of the average population list is number 1 far and away on this list because its size is so small relative to the population that it tends to have. We still have a lot of Monday and main servers near the top of the list, but some trio servers start to sneak in there as well. You can expect the servers near the top of this list to feel a bit cramped, and the ones at the bottom to feel a little bit more empty. As a visual comparison, this is the scale difference in having 1 person per grid in Rust versus 2, which is about the difference between some of the lower servers on the list and the highest. It may not seem huge, but remember, that's another person building a base, farming, and fighting all around you. It's worth noting here though that in the middle of the list, more than half the servers sit within 1 standard deviation of the average, meaning that you can expect to find a pretty similar population density on almost any server here. The last metric we'll look at in this video is average population loss. Here we're looking at how fast the server population decreases in the first 2 days after a server reset. I think this is a really cool thing to look at because essentially what this is telling us is if I start playing a server on Thursday, are there still going to be people playing with me by the time I get to Saturday? And the first thing we see when we look at the rankings of servers on this list is that the top 3 are all Australian or Southeast Asian, which is probably related to the time zone and when those servers wipe. An interesting observation here is that on this list we see a lot of different types of servers, trios, solo, and mains near the top of the list, but at the bottom it's all of the Monday wipe servers, meaning if you're hoping to still play a couple days into wipe, a Monday server really might not be the best choice for you here. Pretty much all the servers in the top third of this list have pretty similar values for this, but if server stability is something that's really important to you, definitely worth checking out some of the ones higher up here. It's worth considering why people aren't leaving these servers as much as well. In some cases, it might be that people aren't getting raided as much, or maybe they're rebuilding after getting raided. Or there are just more people who are joining later in the wipe, like somebody joining a server on Friday or Saturday after a Thursday wipe. Make sure to let me know what your favorite server from these lists is, or if I didn't put it on there, let me know which one I should check out instead. I know this analysis video is a little bit different than my other content, but I appreciate you guys sticking with me as I mix it up, and hopefully you'll be here to check out more in the future. Thanks so much to everybody who made it this far into the video. I really appreciate you guys watching till the end.